only tapped the girl lightly on the back, but the next second, her body moved beyond her control, following my lead to perform the 8-gate medical arts. Drawing out her energy and transforming it into a silver needle, I casually stabbed the dead tree that had withered for 10 years, and the next moment it came back to life, growing rapidly before everyone's eyes. Only then did the girl realize the beggar she had just picked up was absolutely not ordinary. In truth, I had already lived for tens of thousands of years, with powers that reached the heavens, and a body tempered to an undying immortal state. But every 10 years I would fall into a deep sleep, and each time I awoke, a portion of my memory would fade. So after so many years, I had forgotten why I even continued living. Until that day, I had just awakened, and met the young lady who saved me and was heading home. She saw me dirty and alone on the ground, thought I was a beggar, and handed me her last steamed bun. I devoured it hungrily, so she assumed I must not have been home for a long time, and decided to take me back. But when she asked my name, and where I lived, because of my memory loss I knew nothing. She sighed, said meeting me was fate, invited me home, and even gave me a name called Tony. In that moment, as I looked at this kind-hearted girl, something inside me was suddenly lit. She became the reason I wanted to keep living. Soon she brought me home. But the moment we entered, her cousin scolded her, mocking her for being untalented, not studying the family's 8-direction medical arts properly, and now daring to bring home a beggar of unknown origin, claiming she had disgraced the family and demanding she be thrown out. At that moment, I heard the words 8-gate medical arts. A memory flashed through my mind. Before my last slumber, I had saved a man chased by demons, saw he had great potential, and passed to him one of the 4 great arts. I never knew. That man was the girl's grandfather, returning to reality. I immediately declared that the girl had already mastered the 8-gate arts. Everyone laughed, forcing her to perform it on the spot, saying if she failed, she and I should get out. I said nothing more. Injected a burst of inner power into her back. She felt a force rise within her, formed the hand seals naturally, and pointed to the tree in the courtyard. The next second, the withered tree burst into full green. This was the family's signature technique, spring from dead wood. Seeing this, the cousin was stunned, because to perform it, all 8 gates must be opened, and she herself had only opened 3. The girl's uncle was even more shocked, realizing her talent was extraordinary. Afraid she would one day take resources from his daughter, he called the girl inside, demanded she marry into the young marshal's estate, claiming only then would the family gain support, and all resources could be given to his daughter. The girl refused immediately, because the young marshal was cruel. Girls who married him never survived a day. She would not walk into death. But seeing her refusal, the uncle flew into a rage, threatened that if she didn't agree, he would cut off her grandfather's medicine, thinking of how her grandfather had loved her before falling ill. The girl became torn, seeing her hesitation. I stepped forward and offered to heal her grandfather, but the moment I said it, the whole family laughed at me, saying I was a fraud, daring to boast without even diagnosing. The uncle moved to throw me out. I swore on the spot, if I could not cure him, I would leave immediately. The uncle agreed, but said if I failed, the girl must marry the young